Today's episode is going to be a very short episode with only two reviews. I apologize with people from the last previous episode. I did say I was going to have three, but unfortunately, certain things got caught up with me, mostly personally, but nothing bad in case you guys are wondering. But I'll make that up in the following episode. So, right now, the only thing we're going to focus more is on the latest ChocoPro event by Gatoh Move, but also the latest New Japan Pro Wrestling Summer Struggle in Corkin Hall. So let's get right on it right now on this episode of Deleted Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Welcome everybody to Deleted Wrestle Zone. All things that is pro wrestling with AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, wrestlers, matches, and championships. I am your host, J Rod here. So let's get started with the latest Gatoh Move ChocoPro event. As you know, this one it's a 16-minute match, only one match, and it's for the Super Asia Championship, which is currently being held by Minoru Fujita. Now, how and his opponent is Hagane Shinoe. Now, how did this happen between these two guys? How did this match came about? During Oak Tag League, there was the match between both Minoru Fujita teaming with Sayaka, where Hagane teamed with Jay. Hagane actually pinned Fujita in order to have a title shot. However, she reminded them that he was the one who pinned the champion out. Fujita made it. Never mind. Emi Sakura actually mentioned this was not for a title match, but however, Minoru Fujita wasn't going to back down from a fight, so he accepted the offer, and that's exactly what happened. So Emi Sakura took some time to set this up, and it happened on this particular day, on the 31st of July. But it was one intense match. I was so impressed by the whole thing because everything was happening. If you guys don't know this, Minoru Fujita, he is in fact is a either a hardcore or deathmatch wrestler. That is one of the things you've seen. I've seen Fujita with Pro Wrestling Freedoms, which is they threw a lot of hardcore matches, but it was so good. And of course, Hagane, he did an amazing job. I was so impressed that this match went up to 60 minutes into a time limit draw. So basically, no one wins, no one loses. But however, Minoru Fujita retains the title. And I don't know if there'll be a part two because this was so good to watch. I cannot recall if there's any matches with Gatoh Move who ever held that title. I do know Rio was the previous champion until she left to go to AEW, but I just got to look it up, see if there's anything significant about it. But I have to say it was a good one. But however, for Jackamen, it was just those two. But even though, here's the thing, even though the match went into a time limit draw, it was Hagane who won Jackamen. It basically is the rock paper scissors tournament. There was just those two, and he won that one, and he ate the piece of chocolate that he actually earned. And there'll be more of that. I'm like, I give this match double thumbs up. But for now, I'll tell you guys there'll be another ChocoPro event, and that's on the next episode. But right now, let's move on with the final review with New Japan Pro Wrestling's Summer Struggle 2021. Okay, so we got New Japan Pro Wrestling's Summer Struggle continue on in a Corkin Hall. So let's go with the first match. We got Yota Tsuji teaming up with the veteran Yuji Nagata taking on Great Bash Heel, or was it heel bash? I don't know. Whatever the two. Tomoki Akihama and Togi Makabe. It was a good match because I feel Suji can live up in the same kind of level with Makabe and Hamna, but however, it was Makabe who put him in the infamous Boston Crabs because that is the only submission move that the Young Lions are normally do, and that's how it ended. So Suji had no other choice but to tap out and leaving Hamna and Makabe to win the match. Next match, we got Toru Yano, Yuya Umura, and Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Bullet Club members El Phantasmo, Taiji Shimuri, and Chase Owens. Now, keep in mind, Chase Owens is the current KOPW champion, and Toru Yano would do whatever it takes to get that trophy back, even though Chase Owens would not put that on the line unless something happens. But it was a very interesting match. Many tricks that Yano tried to pull, but however, it doesn't work. It was Chase Owens that picked up the victory on this one, making sure that the trophy stays in his lane, and hopefully Yano will get it on the receiving end to get another shot at it. Next match, we got Master Wato, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Hiroyoshi Tenzan taking on Tiger Mask and Chaos's Robbie Eagles and Kazuchika Okada. This was a very interesting match because I don't recall if Tiger Mask has ever teamed up with Chaos. Now we do know they do have a good relationship between both Chaos and the main roster, which is the New Japan roster. But it was Robbie Eagles that picked up the victory when he put in a submission move on Mr. Wato to make him to tap out. Now I don't know if Mr. Wato does have any plans to challenge for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, but we'll see what happens. Next up, we got Bullet Clubs, Geto, Dick Togo, Yujiro Takahashi, and Evil taking on, once again, all members of LIJ, Bushi, Sanada, Naito, and Takagi. This is one of the rivalry between Takagi and Evil does extend, but in fact, it was Shingo who picked up the victory for his team. But however, if you may or may not know, Evil whacked him with the belt and he broke one of the pieces. And I don't know if that will be fixed or get a new one. I don't know, but it's going to be a very hard thing to swallow for everybody. Excuse me. And finally, the main event, it's a 10-man tag team elimination match. We got Suzuki-gun, consistent of Kanemaru, Despy, Suzuki, Taichi, and Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Chaos members Showa, Yo, Ishii, Yoshihashi, and Goto. This match was so crazy. However, you can see the renewed conflict between both Suzuki and Ishii continued on, even outside, and of course there's the obvious where Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. are in the face of Yoshihashi and Goto. But however, the ending was so good where we saw Yo did whatever he could to withstand two members of Suzuki-gun, their longtime rivals Despy and Kanemaru. But however, it was Despy who put him in the number 2 lock and forcing him to give up. Now we do know that these two teams, both Sho and Yo along with Despy and Kanemaru, are involved in the Junior Tag League. So we'll see how that's going to go, and I'm sure they are going to get back on the high horse to regain the IWGP United States IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title. So that is something we definitely cannot miss. So I'll be following more on this. So I think that's it for now. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Once again, I apologize. This was supposed to be having 3 reviews. The other one was supposed to be Impact Wrestling's Homecoming. That's going to be on the next episode. And I got Gatoh Move, and of course more on New Japan. There's other things I need to catch up with, but that'll be soon enough for everyone. But for now, I'm going to end it right here for everybody. So I'll see you guys in the next DWZ time, same DWZ channel. I must bid all of you adieu. So goodbye, and have a nice day.